Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live session. So, guys, want to take a look at what has been going on in Nigeria, to be specific, in Edo State. What happened to the Northerners who were said to be hunters. People are still wondering how come northern hunters now find their way to bushes in the south and they claim to be hunters. They were found with arms, and because of the insecurity that has been going on in Edo State recently, Edo State has seen this wave of buying of so many people, attacks, and because of that anger that is already there, when they saw these people with all kinds of arms, they had to unalive them. Anyway, nobody is justifying that, because it is not lawful for you to take laws into your hands, to end the life of people. But guess what? There've been a whole lot of reactions. Some people are supporting those who buy these people, and some people are not. But guess what? The Northerners are also saying, like today, there was this headline on Sahara Reporters that they've given 14 days ultimatum to the governor of Edo State to provide those who did this, and also to pay compensation. And people are saying, okay, if we are to start counting on compensation, the North is even going to pay more, because they have fight so many of the Southerners. When you start counting from, the Igbos, all the clashes we've had in the North, you think of other Christians that have been fired, as a result of one thing or the other. So people are like, okay, if compensations are actually to be paid, they have to pay more to the South, because they have always been in that move of buying many Southerners, especially these Fulani headsmen. Another question Nigerians are asking is, why is it that when security forces, the security agents, when they see these Fulanis carrying arms, they tend to do nothing? But if you are from the South, like you are a Southeasterner, if you are seen carrying any arm, without even carrying arm, for the fact that you are said to support an IPOB member, is already a crime on you. They want to pick you up that you are an IPOB member, or you are an IPOB sympathizer, and you'll be locked up. People have been talking about all these things happening, but we know that the Fulani headsmen, the armed Fulani headsmen, who are the ones spying people, they've also been designated as terrorists. But still, they go about their normal businesses. Nobody arrests them. Nobody confronts them. They carry their arms. You see them in a day broad light, carrying their arms. And police officers, be it military, they see these people, but they tend not to do anything. What will even blow your mind is that the level of buying of people in Nigeria today, as a result of the attacks of these Fulani headsmen, mean nothing to our security agents. I don't know if you saw what happened in the Southeast, like in Ebonyi State, in Enugu State. Have you seen what is currently happening in Benue State and in Plateau State? These two states, they've experienced recent buying. The buying there in these two areas have been there. It has been long lasting. That's to just let you calculate how many people that must have been buyed as a result of the attacks from these headers. But still, the security agents in Nigeria tend not to even see it as a crime. When these people invade communities, make people to run away from their communities, many people now live in the IDP camps. It's now their let me just say, their new home, while Fulanis, possibly they are not even Nigerians, they came from other places, they are now occupying where these people were originally living. And the security agents tend not to do anything. So people are questioning why the Fulanis are treated so specially than every other Nigerian citizens. I don't know if you have an answer to that question. Why are they being treated so respectfully? These are people who will come out and say, yes, we buy these people because they killed our cow, or they stole our cow, or the excuse they used to give. They've come out to claim responsibility at different instances, but still nobody was arrested. Nobody was meant to answer any question. Now the people in Edo, they saw what, I don't even know how they got to get this intelligence. Some people were saying local vigilantes could get intelligence that something was in that truck. But our real security agencies, don't get intelligence on what is happening in Nigeria. So you can see how the situation of things in this Nigeria is really worsening. So people were like, okay, these people were able to get intelligence and they had to search those trucks. And at the end of the day, they discovered that real arms. Some people even said they were like AK-47 and all the rest. I wasn't there. And then some people took all those heavy ones and ran away. And they were now left with hunters' gun and all that. And they said they are hunters. The question is, how come hunters from the north now come to the south to hunt for their animals? So there are a whole lot of questions around all this. Nobody is justifying the unaliving of anybody. Nobody has that right. I think the security agents would have handled that properly. But I read a comment today where somebody said, why is nobody saying that these people stabbed one of those vigilantes? Those Fulanis that were found, they stabbed one of the vigilantes. And that was what actually instigated, that anger that led to the unaliving of them. That one of them stabbed somebody. Anyway, I was not on the scene, but that's the story out there. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at what a lawyer has said about all this. But before then, let's take a look at some of these headlines. You can see that the CDS, that's the Chief of Defense Staff, is also saying that, Edo Kpain, CDS Musa warns citizens against jungle justice. This one says, Edo Kpain, police arrest 14 suspects as Tinubu orders manhunt for killers of itinerant hunters. Okay, so guys, the question is that Tinubu is now speaking. What has been going on in Benue State? Nobody speaks. Do you think this is speaking is just a mere speaking? It's coming from a political angle. Very soon elections will begin, campaigns will begin. They are just being careful just because of their political, not because he's that so patriotic to defend Nigerians. You can see he's now speaking. But if I tell you in the last 1-2 weeks, how many people have been died in Benue State, it will shock you. People are now accusing the Reverend Father there that he is there and his people are perishing. The Reverend Father is not doing, I don't know if it's that he's not proactive. I'm talking specifically about Benue State. Benue has been in the news right from the time of the previous government, even till now. Benue is, that's to tell you the number of people that have gone down because of Fulani herdsmen. You've not heard the Tinubu's government coming out to condemn what is happening in Benue State. But this one now they have to talk because they know it has to do with the north. Let it not ignite more flame and they will start attacking the southerners in the north. Somebody commented on Twitter and said, the Igbos living in Edo State spied these hunters. So I now saw a person who reposted that post telling the police to look for the person who tweeted this tweet and question the person, which the police might not want to do, So now they are directly or indirectly bringing in the Igbos in this case. And that is really so bad. And it tells you how divided this country is. Honestly, see, we are all called citizens of Nigeria, but I tell you, we are not treated equally. We are not treated equally. I don't know if you have seen where these cows are damaging and destroying people's farmland. The government that is meant to protect the people, defend the people, cannot even come out to tell the Fulanis, mind your boundaries. Don't just get into people's farm and damage everything. And when you try to resist them, they will come on you and even buy you. Nobody talks about that. So sometimes you just begin to wonder the level of, the level of self-centeredness among our leaders. It's just about their political interest. That's what they are looking for. Not really because they really want to speak for Nigerians. Okay, now they are speaking and telling Nigerians that the police should should hunt for those who spied these people. And the police is doing that. Do you know that recently 3 soldiers were spied and it was not in the news? The government did not even say anything about it. And Nigerians are wondering, does it mean these people are not human beings? Recently too, The Boko Haram people, they overran the military base in Borno State. Do you know how many soldiers were killed? Many were killed. It wasn't in the news. None of the media houses spoke about it. Everything is buried. So you just begin to wonder if the lives of Nigerians even worth anything. You know, you begin to wonder if the lives of people in this country worth anything. Anyway, before I share with you guys some of the screenshots from Twitter, let me allow you to take a look at what this lawyer has got to say. Just take a look for yourself.
Resorting to self-help is illegal under our look, we're discussing Edo now. You can't travel. I used to go to Owerri a lot, but now I can no longer travel to Owerri, even flying to Owerri. I can't go. I don't speak Igbo. I love the place. It used to be very quiet. But since the death of Gulak on that airport road. It used to be bubbly too. Exactly. It used to be bubbly. But go to Owerri now, the hotels are dry. Even people from that state cannot go to their villages. You know, and from recently, I went to, sometimes some years back, I used to love traveling from Kanu to Kazaure to Daura, then Katsina. But today, recently, just last week, there were kidnappings and killings on that road. So it is everywhere in Nigeria. So it is not just Edo State. Let's declare a state of emergency on security generally in Nigeria, and then sit down, have a holistic conversation about it. And then the issue of light arms. Yeah. Legally, it is police that are empowered to license, you know, owners of light arms. But with the proliferation of arms, and then in some cases, you see headsmen carrying AK-47, and they tell you because people are attacking their cows. So let's also look at this idea of ranching. It's a business. You can't use your business to spoil mine. You're using your cattle to, you know, move through people's farm. And some of them also have accused the village community leaders that anywhere you see them stay beyond 1 month, they settle community leaders. So this is where the state government also now begins to question some of these community leaders. And before, we're traveling to the village, you travel between that Lagos, Benin Auchi Road, you can travel at any time. But now, for the past 15, 20 years, 15 years to this time has been terrible. Very, very terrible. That if there are no military and the police on that road, you dare not travel. That is so bad that police will tell you, please, don't enter that road before 9. And once it is 4, stay at home.
So would you say there's like a selective response to insecurity in Nigeria?
Exactly. What the federal government is doing is a selective response. You know, when it happens in your state, as a governor, you are left at the mercy of the local that you have, like Edo State governor. For me, I feel for him. He's helpless. He's helpless. You train your local vigilante. After donating vehicles to the police, they bought vehicles, and that's all you can do, donate vehicles to the police. And at the end of the day, it is the federal government that will empower them with arms and will decide who to post to where. So if you are lucky, they post many men to your place. How many of these police stations can actually respond? Imagine, let's assume now that with those numbers of people, and they are carrying not just Dane guns and their other arms, maybe confiscated, concealed, and then they attack a community like Uromi. What's the number of the policemen in Uromi that will respond to such an attack? 0. Because the few that you have are already guarding all the big men, rich men everywhere. So with that kind of challenge, a governor is at the mercy of the federal government. You remember Jonah Jang those days? Yeah. Said, I called the commander at 2 a.m. He didn't respond. So in this case, it is the same thing. That's why you see government are empowering hunters, they're empowering local vigilantes, creating vigilantes, training them. It is the same police and the military that will still come and train these vigilantes. What sort of so why are we running away from having the conversation about local security when it is the same police that will train the vigilantes and you buy local gun, licensed by the same police to give to them to provide security? Because the police is overwhelmed. They can't provide this security.
So, guys, you heard him very well. And he really said it, that we have to declare state of emergency in Nigeria. I think that's just the best thing in terms of the level of insecurity in Nigeria is something that I believe that the states can no longer manage. These people, they are everywhere. When I say everywhere, the Southwest is not free from them. The Southeast is not free from Fulani herdsmen attack. You see what is happening now in the South. Edo State is part of it. They are not free. It's even the North that is free. They are hardly in the North. And even if they are in the North, they hardly attack in the North. But when they come to the South, they are coming with that mindset that anybody that is going to stand in their way is going to be crushed. That is the mindset they come with, And with that mindset, if you try to tell them, please, don't come into my farmland, they will just come on you, And the security agents cannot confront them. I don't think the lawyer did justice to that question, because there's a preferential treatment. People from the North, like these Fulanis, they are given different treatment from what a typical Southerner will go through. Should a typical Southerner dare by somebody, you can see what is happening now. They said they are going to retaliate. They said their prayer and fasting is over, that now they are going to retaliate. They will start in the North, they will start burning down churches. All those stuff that they used to threaten the country with. That is now what is flying on the social media, that they will start to retaliate. And that is why the North remains undeveloped, because anybody that is going there to develop, to, invest, is thinking of what if something erupts. These are any little thing they want to take the violent parts, any little thing they want to, for the fact that somebody was killed in Edo, it means that all the Southerners in the North should be affected. Because if they start going to churches, to start burning down churches, do you know what that means? They will end up buying, whether you are from the Southeast or you're from the Southwest or you're from the South, provided you don't look like a Northerner. It's going to affect you when none of these things happened in your own state. So you know what that means. And taking to violence, everybody has condemned the unaliving of these people. It's never their duty to do that. But at the same time, we cannot keep quiet over what has been happening in Nigeria in terms of the level at which these people have been moving about with their arms and with their animals, destroying crops and also like destroying people's livelihood. I'm going to share with you what is on the social media, just for you to know that this is really a very serious topic now, which I don't even know if the federal government is handling all these things properly. Honestly, I don't think the Tinubu's government is handling this well, because the way these people are threatening, they've been threatening and saying that, that Northerners were killed, that they cannot, even some of the Northerners in Edo State had to come out. They had to come out, possibly they wanted to attack other youths from Edo State. So you can imagine that audacity in them. And I just pray that this thing will be curtailed. So this is Showore, and he tweeted today saying, whether you are a Muslim extremist who killed student Deborah somewhere in Sokoto, or a vigilante who lynched innocent Northerners in Utomi, Edo, or Nigerian army soldiers who extrajudicial murdered Shiite protesters in Abuja, you must face justice for your callous actions. That's coming from Shore. So Shore is not shielding anybody, because this Deborah's post has been trending. People have been saying, when Deborah was killed, the Northerners didn't talk. Now Northerners are killed, they are now talking, because Deborah is a Christian while these people are Muslim. So people have been condemning it, and Showore is responding to that, saying, whether you are Deborah's killers, or you are among those Nigerian military or soldiers who buy the Shiites, or you are involved in any of these extrajudicial murdering of people, that you should face the law. Nobody should be spared. And that's exactly what we are saying, because the Fulanis, they will commit all these atrocities, they will still go free.
Governor of Edo State, you are a failed governor. You have failed your people. Which one be hunters? Una live north, come they hunt for Benin. Una live north, they can't hunt for Benin. Which animal they Benin? Action. Shame on the governor of Edo State. See, right now, they arrest the youth with the I go call them ignorant youth.
Innocent.
They forcefully make those youths do what those youths do. I believe, say, for the past weeks and months, we don't hear people of Uromi, they cry, say, Fulani herdsmen no go allow them farm. For the full news, we they hear them. Those people came out, mothers, youth, fathers, they cry. A particular video, when I watch, see them, they run, come up from their farm. Say they just come, they buy people. They unalive people. The governor not do anything. The government not do anything. Nigerian police not do anything. But right now, they don't go make this youth. These are frustrated youth. Forcefully don't go carry out this ignorant act. But right now, you see how fast Nigerian police they to pick people. But they know they fast enough to do the right thing at the right time. These people have been crying. They call on the government, help. As soon as not be protect us, they can't go do them, but they did it the wrong way. I'm not talking what they do, they wrong. They right, rather. Yes, jungle justice not be something we suppose they happy for, we suppose they support. They don't do bad. But I like to call your notice. Now, say now we be our problem. Nigerian police, before them burn those people where you see so, before them burn them, they not just catch them, burn them. A lot of opera go don't happen, wahala, noise. Nigerian police don't come. Nobody see them. But immediately the thing happened, the next day now, commissioner of police don't give order, they don't pack people. So now the governor now, you not care about waiting they cause this Fulani herdsmen. Because these people constantly Fulani herdsmen, which one be hunters? Una live north, can they hunt for Bini? Una live north, they can't hunt for Bini. Which animal they Bini? Which animal they Uromi? Which animal? Hausa people don't they eat bush meat? The meat where we know Hausa people to the chop, not be cow, goat, ram. Hausa people don't they eat bush meat, say na hunters from the north. See name where they don't give them. It still not justify say they will give them jungle justice. But my own now say, why is it that when it comes to the southern part, eastern part, the government, they always quick respond to these Notheners. When they buy Deborah, nobody talk.
Nobody.
Now, OPM, General Overseer, go carry the family of Deborah, go give them house. Nobody say anything. Then buy Deborah. See, today, Commissioner of Police, no, you know, all the people where they arrest, where commit this crime, none of them, all of them, they work out freely. But now they say Alewas, Notheners, they come out. I'm not saying what these guys did is right. But what I'm saying is it that when I know the year say these people don't they cry for Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen, bandits go they inside bush, they make videos. Una no fit trace them. Una no fit trace them. How una woman will take protect ourselves? It got to a point where they can say, don't pay kidnappers ransom money. Are you people now mad? Are you people now mad in this country?
So guys, you heard him very well. You know, I don't really, this video now, I don't want to play it because there's a music attached to it. I don't know if it has a copyright issue. So this lady you are seeing on the screen here was spied by the Fulani herders. That's what the lady whom you saw speaking in the background was saying, that this lady is into real estate business. And then she went to somewhere, you know, to go check house, something like that. That was where these people saw her and buyed her. So, and nobody talked about it. The security agents, possibly the family must have reported to the security agents. Nobody talked about it. That's how this lady's like. If you look carefully, you will see that she's carrying a baby there. You could see the hand of a baby on her tummy. But her life is gone, And the security agents can do nothing, you know. They can do nothing. That's where we are as a country. Honestly, if you are from the South, they pay little to no attention to your issue. There was this guy who reported his matter to Very Dark Man, and he told Very Dark Man that when he got to the police station, they told him that for the fact that you are an Igbo, you can't get justice. So that leaves a very big question mark on in the hearts of Nigerians, because if you're an Igbo or you are from the South, you don't have this special coverage that we've seen Fulanis have. Now, there was a time, sometime last year, was it a CP from Zamfara State was saying that they arrested bandits, hand them over to Abuja before they knew they've released them. So there is no body from the Southeast that can get that special treatment. As in, you were caught in banditry, and then they arrested you, took you to Abuja, and somebody just came miraculously, released you. It will never happen. But for the Fulanis, look at all the crime that have been going on across Nigeria. How many of them are in jail today? How many of them were arrested? How many of them? Look at what they are doing. This is what they do. This is what they do. They go to people's farm, pull out cassava from the farm, begin to pieces the cassava and be feeding their cows with it. Somebody was even saying that if this was to be their only crime, that this is even a smaller crime than them going to be buying people, kidnapping people, asking for ransom and the rest of it. So a whole lot is happening in this country. See what they are doing. They are not hiding what they are doing. This video now has been circulating. Tell me if the policemen are not seen, the military are not seen. And if somebody out of anger now attack them, the person will be arrested. I think the North should really call their people to order. Let me just play this video for you.
Blame the government. Blame the government for what happened at Uromi. That what happened to Uromi, blame the government. You understand? Don't blame the people. Now, my mother is a busher. Because of Fulani herdsmen, she no longer go to the North. Now, the Fulani people have mounted fear on the mind of everybody in Nigeria because they are the God that Nigeria is serving. Yes, what happened at Uromi is self-defense. Because I don't understand why a particular region can walk freely with daggers and with guns, but other people cannot walk freely with daggers and guns. A particular region in one country can walk with dagger. If a policeman sees that person, he will not do anything. But if an innocent Nigerian walks with dagger, they will harass that innocent Nigerian. It is unfair. Do you understand? And it's that time Nigerians are saying no. We are in Nigeria. Today is not the first time everybody is complaining of Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen, they go to people's farm, they destroy the crops of people, they rape people's wife, they even kidnap people, even kill people, say burn people alive. An innocent girl was killed in Sokoto because of what? What did she do? She just called the name of Allah. They said that she insulted Allah. They killed the innocent girl like that. Was justice up? No. Justice was not served. Let's compare the sin of that girl, the crime of that girl, and the one the people committed, the 16 people that was killed. Which one look more bigger? Because these 16 people are carrying guns and ammunition. This girl was carrying nothing. She was killed, and they made video and posted it online. And you think people are not scared? People are scared. We have cried enough. People have cried. The government is not hearing the cry of the people, and people are beginning to stand up for their rights. When you don't beat picking, so say you don't beat and you can't beat power inside the picking you can't stand up, they follow the papa, they fight. And that is what is happening. Nobody can travel to the North because of why? Fulani herdsmen. Now, the Fulani herdsmen have made us see all Hausa people like they are Fulani herdsmen. That's what is happening in Nigeria currently now. We now see all Fulani Hausa people as Fulani. You think if not because we are serving one Christian, that to a lot of people are Christian, that their God don't support killing. If they say me like doing word to word, a lot of Hausas and Fulanis would have been dead by now. Because I don't see any reason why some group of region will come outside and be buying people in here in one country like they own the country like they rule the country. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. You are traveling, they can just harass you on the way and nobody will talk about it. Government will not talk about it. Are they the presidents? Are they the God we are serving in Nigeria? What happened at Uromi is self-defense, and those vigilantes did what any other vigilante will do to secure their people. Not be today that they use that method, they enter people farm, they kill people. Do you know how many people Fulani people have killed? That guns. If okay, let me ask you, if those people were not Fulani, that is another tribe, let's say that an Igbo person, Igbo people carrying those guns, will the story be that they are hunters? If the people were from south and they are carrying those guns, will the story be that they are hunters? So why is it that it's because it's Hausa person that they are hunters? Is it only Hausa people that are doing hunting? Same way they carry dagger, let everybody be carrying dagger like that. Now here we do, we say the Hausa person carry it for bike. If you do anything, if you just stab you, they walk around with daggers. Are they the real Nigerians? Are we half caste? Are we half caste? Or you think the people are not seeing? Everybody is seeing and everybody is tired. I'm sure I'm speaking the mind of every Nigerian. Yes. We are tired. People cannot travel to north. And that's why the northern side is still looking local, because nobody wants to go there because of fear. Kaduna, now you're not hearing what is happening in Kaduna. Now today they terrorize all those places. And then you call those people hunters. Do they look like hunters? Is it today the first time hunters are traveling? Hunters. So they did not see, there is no bush in the northern side. Why will you even leave your own land and go to another person's land and be hunting freely in another person's land? Hunting there. If not be saying that because of say what don't spoil for you, if you go on another person's land, go the hunt. You go there and then in the name of hunting, you start sleeping with their women and killing people, kidnapping people. And you call it this thing that the government is being partial. And that is just the truth. The government is being partial.
Very partial.
My mom no longer go to north to go and buy cow. Because of why? The Fulani herdsmen. And you have mounted, the government have mounted hatred on the mind of the other Nigerians against northern people. Now we see the normal Hausa person is like Fulani herdsmen. To me, I don't even want them coming close to my compound because of what the government have done. If you want to blame people, blame the government. The government is the reason why all of this are happening. Not be today people don't they cry. People have been crying. Do you know how many people they have killed? I don't understand the religion that want to force his religion on everybody, and if you don't accept it, they will want to harass you. What kind of religion is that one? Come online now because of this thing. Go to the comment section of every video and see the way they are threatening Nigerians. Do you people actually think Nigerians are idiots, are dumb people? Or if the Nigerians decide to stand up for their rights, can you all fight the Nigerians? Mind when a lot of Nigerians get, many of us will not get them. There are people that in this Nigeria that are ready to sponsor weapons and they will fight to the end. A lot of us are serving a peaceful God and we are serving a peaceful religion and a peaceful culture. That's why we don't do a lot of nonsense. Come online, see the way they are threatening people. If Nigeria really starts this work, do you think a lot of them can survive? All these, the whole of Hausa people, is the whole northern people much than the other region of Nigeria? In a country whereby there is freedom to religion, one particular religion will be forcing its religion on people in the name of Fulani and Hausa, and everybody is looking at it like that. Very soon they will force their own government and culture on everybody, and we are looking at it like that. Is this the first time they are killing people? They have been killing people from ever since they gave birth to me into this Nigeria. I've been hearing Fulani, Hausa. What is that? Hausa person can just enter your compound and begin to pick iron like he own your compound. You talk to him anyhow, he can even stab you in your own compound. Who does that? And you think people are happy? People are not happy. I saw a video that trended whereby I don't know if it's in Igbo land, that they wasted the Fulani people, they wasted their namas, and I didn't blame them. It's that time people will stand up for their rights. People will stand up for their rights. You cannot, a region where you can't talk about their God. If you talk like this, they will kill you. What did that get to Deborah? What did she do? Nothing. Was justice served? No, justice was not served. The same thing, that's the same thing they did in Urumi. And let everybody pay their price and carry their cross. I don't support jungle justice, but what those vigilantes they did it out of fear. And they did it out of self-defense to defend their people and to safeguard their people. Yes, because today be the first time they have been using this method to enter people's community and be killing people and be taking things forcefully. Very soon now, the Hausa people will enter the whole of Nigeria and claim the whole Nigeria as their own. And everybody's looking at it. What happened in Urumi is a self-defense. And what those vigilantes do is something that every brave vigilante will do to save their people. The only thing they did wrong there is the jungle justice. And even the jungle justice, I won't blame them. Some idiot, I don't want to call them idiot Hausa people, they are commenting in comment section. Can they take them to the police? Why didn't they take that girl, Deborah, to the police? Why did they carry out jungle justice? When they carry out jungle justice, what did they do? They came online and they were defending their culture and defending their God and defending the act. Why didn't they carry that get to police station? Same way the vigilante people did not carry the get to police station. Is it today that would be if government stood up and addressed this issue, this thing would have not happened. Yes, and let the outside people, let the government come stand up and tell the outside people to start staying in their side. The Fulani, if they want to hunt, let them hunt in their side. If they want to hunt, let them hunt in their side. They should not come to people's places. And if the Fulani people can be walking around with guns all in the name of hunting, other tribes should be walking around with guns in the name of hunting too. Why will a particular region be carrying dagger in their pockets and be walking? There is no Hausa person you can easily hardly see an Hausa person that is not walking without a dagger. The police does not harass them. An ordinary person cannot walk with a dagger. And you are calling it that we are in a country that have unity. This is a divided country and a partial country. That is just the truth. A partial country whereby you only stand up for the North. Even if the northern person is the president, will you be standing for the North? Is it only the North that voted for you? Or is it only the North that have the country? Is the North giving you the biggest revenue in a year as a country, as a state? Are you not taking revenue from the other states? Are you not taking taxes from the other states? You come up, it's only when one particular region stand up and talk, that's when you now stand up and address the country. The people that have been complaining, is it today that Urumi have been complaining? Is it today that other places in South have been complaining that they are entering their land and raping their women and then harassing people anyhow in the name of their Fulani and their hunters? Which stupid hunting? Which stupid hunting is that one? Do hunters hide guns? Do they hide guns? And if they want to hunt, how many of them are in that bus? How many of them were in that bus? 24 people. How many people are they going to hunt? What are they going to hunt for? Are they going to the zoo to hunt? That 24 people are going to hunt and they carry their ammunition now in the name of hunting. What happened to hunting in North? They are saying they will arrest the people that did the act. They will do this, do this. Why didn't they arrest everybody that did the act of Deborah? The person that did the video of that Deborah and when they were burning the person, Deborah, what did they do? Did they apprehend the person? No. But the girl that did video for the nursing, they want to apprehend the girl because why we live in a partial country. The girl that did the video of that and our mama be this, so they want to apprehend her. They want to arrest her. What of the person that did the video of burning Deborah? Go and see the picture for yourself on the internet where they are bragging that they are burning an innocent soul because she spoke against Allah. You're calling it a country. What happened is self-defense. And I will advise everybody very soon, if the government don't do anything, everybody will start standing for their rights and defending themselves. Since the government cannot bring security to secure the people will stand up and secure themselves because insecurity is too much. The Fulani people are kidnapping people every day by day, killing people for no reason. You enter their bike, you know the owner just talk one kind, they don't stab you. They do any, and nobody is talking about it because they are Fulani. The Fulani people can just enter bike and pass checkpoints. They will not search them, they will not harass them. But an ordinary person will pass checkpoint and they will harass the person. Fulani people can carry dagger the way they like and guns, but other people cannot carry. Is that not a partial country? If you want to legalize guns so that we know that everybody is a hunter. If you want to legalize that, legalize it. We are tired of complaining about Fulani. People cannot travel to the north. People, how many people are married from the north? The way people marry from Lagos and travel to Lagos for weddings, marry from Igbo and travel to Igbo lands for wedding. Nobody is going there because of why? Fulani. It is too much. And we are tired. Is that time the government will stand up and speak? All this thing will continue. This one is 16 people that they killed. If the government cannot address this issue, maybe the one that will happen next is like 50 people because they don't put fear for everybody's mind. Once they see Fulani people like this, waiting they first come their mind, they say they won't come destroy their land. Enough is enough.
Guys, he said it all. Really. He said it all. What is happening today in Nigeria is unbelievable. So we are going to be concluding. Let me just use this man now as a case study. This is a policeman. He was arrested because he was suspected to be an IPOB member. He's a policeman. Oh. They arrested him. He's not even from Core Southeast. He's from a Delta state. They arrested him. They handcuffed him. They tortured him, they beat him, they did all kinds of things to him because he looks like an Igbo man and they felt he's an IPOB member. And this is exactly what this guy just said, you know. A Fulani man carries gun, not just ordinary gun, will carry AK-47 or what do they call it, and be moving around in a broad daylight in the name of their protecting their cows. The police can do nothing. You have seen series of kidnaps in the southeast, in the south, in the southwest and other places in Nigeria, orchestrated by these Fulani headsmen. And at the end of the day, they will still be freed. None of them will be arrested. None of them will be disciplined. Nobody will be prosecuted. Nobody will be called to answer questions. And that's why all these things are happening. So this man said they just saw him. This was published today by Sahara Reporters. And he said, watch, I caused the day I joined Nigerian police. Inspector Patrick recounts torture. 11 months unlawful detention over false IPOB accusation in Anambra. So this is exactly what we are saying. If you are from the Southeast, there's that stigma that you are not meant to be alive in Nigeria. Even if you are from the South, they will just feel, okay, you facially, you look like an Igbo person and you'll be treated anyhow. So you can imagine this is a policeman, an inspector for that matter. But because he was suspected, possibly he wasn't wearing his uniform and they thought he was an IPOB member. They just saw him, they arrested him, they did all kinds of things to him. And he spent 11 months. 11. And guess what? Nobody will even apologize to him. Nobody will even compensate him. We are living in a country where pure hatred for a particular tribe is messing up the whole country. Just listen for yourself.
All right. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Please, you can project so that people can hear you. Good day.
Good day, sir.
All right. Please, can you tell us your name, sir?
My name is Inspector Patrick.
Inspector
Patrick Omoyi.
Okay. Please, what is your AP number?
My AP number is 231793.
Where were you posted as a police officer?
My last posting was Omuma Police Station, Divisional Headquarters, Oru East in Ondo.
All right. So you told us that in February 2023 you were arrested by Ebubago.
Yes.
Atuli in the Hiala LGA.
Yes, sir.
So briefly, why were you arrested?
I was arrested on my way to see my family, my wife and 6 children, which are living back of opposite of the Juku University, back of that small market. I was just arrested on my way, not knowing that the men of Ebubago have received an attack by this very group, unknown government group, and left. They said after the incident, 10 minutes after the incident, I was to be the first person they saw passing on that street. I mean, I don't know. I did not see Okada. I decided to walk with my neck. So I used my neck to walk up to where the Ebubago people did. So when they stopped me, I was thinking that when they work with government, after telling them I'm a policeman, I'm an inspector, they asked where I work. I said I work in Oru East Division, Omuma. May I mention Omuma, Havuzumavu. So they found everybody working or coming out from there.
So guys, this video is a very long video. I think it's about 13 minutes. I won't be able to cover it. So I'll be posting this video on my channel. That will be tomorrow. So if you're interested in watching the full gist, you can watch it there on my channel. I'm going to share it with you all just for you to see what people are going through, because of all this IPOB and whatever you have it. The federal government has designated IPOB as a terrorist organization. Also, the federal government said the Fulani Herdsmen is also a terrorist organization, even more acknowledged by other countries of the world. But in Nigeria, the Fulani Herdsmen are allowed to do whatever they want to do. Even in Abuja, there you see them moving their cows from one street to the other. You can't harass them. It just appears as if they own the country. And it's really so sad, that all these things are happening. Nevertheless, nobody is supporting the jungle justice that took place in Edo State. Yes, they would have been handed over to the police, but at the same time, we are still encouraging people to be law-abiding, because we can't build a country like this where a particular tribe is seen to be more superior. You are free to move around with guns. You are free to kidnap people and nobody will ask questions. Look at how many IDP camps we have in Nigeria. No other tribe is causing that problem, if not the Fulanis. How many IDP camps, even in Edo State, there's an IDP camp there. Then you go to places like Benue, Plateau, so many places, Taraba, all the places, even in Castina, there are IDP camps there. Courtesy of all these Fulanis. Majority of them are not even Nigerians. They come from other parts of Africa and just set the whole place ablaze and nobody talks. So guys, I have a guest here who has we've been in this series of talking about opportunities in Nigeria, because the way things are going in Nigeria, see, there's a high level of frustration among Nigerian citizens. People are really frustrated because of the kind of leadership by the Tinubu's government. People are not happy with what they are seeing, and many people feel it's better they leave Nigeria. People just want to leave. I tell you, people want to leave this country because it is no longer suitable. But at the same time, there are still some hidden opportunities, and that's why I've made it mandatory that weekends we don't just talk about news alone, we also talk about other opportunities that Nigerians can take advantage of, in bettering their lives. There are so many opportunities, especially in the real estate world, that you can take advantage of if you are interested in investing back home. You can gather some wealth of knowledge here and use it to go and invest so that you can start making money in Nigeria. There's a whole lot of money to be made in Nigeria, if not for the corruption, the insecurity, lack of power, lack of good roads. You have seen MTN, their tariff is up. These are some of the things that scare people away from Nigeria. But I believe that by the time we vote in the right person into power, things will start working better. So today I have my guest, as you all know. Please, if you can on your mic, I can see it's muted. We are still going to be talking about some of the documents that you need to buy a property in Nigeria. When we say property, we don't just mean a house you buy and lock it, and then you are living in the US or you are in the UK, you lock your house down and then you just abandon it. No, we have said it here that there are a lot of opportunities. If you have heard about Airbnb or shortlets, all these 1 day, 2 days hiring of 1 room, 2 rooms. These are the trends in Nigeria, and buying houses in Nigeria too can be very, very, easy for you to accomplish and also pay instrumentally. There are many ways you can own a home in Nigeria and start making some passive income from that house. Maybe the money you are making from that house, you might decide to start investing it, possibly in stocks or buying all these ETFs. You've seen investment videos that are circulating all over the places. You can buy real estate, and every month you are making real money, you are saving it, or you are reinvesting it somewhere. And then by the time you know it, you've bought a second property. This is how growing wealth starts. So, but we cannot just go into real estate business without getting much information, especially, the right and correct information from the real sources. So that's why I'm bringing Mr. Karim. I've been bringing him here for some time to talk to us on investment opportunities. So he's one of those people you can really trust and work with back there in Nigeria. One of the problems we also have is, who am I going to give my money to? Who am I going to be buying the land from? How am I going to be sure the land is genuine? How am I going to be sure that the government, in Lagos, the Lagos state government will not demolish it? These are some of the questions Nigerians keep asking. So he is here to bridge that gap. He's here not just to educate us. You can take advantage of him, by linking up to him, send him email, ask him questions. He is a professional in that field. He has been there for years, so he has wealth of knowledge to share with you and also to guide you in case you want to start making money back home in Nigeria in the real estate world. I tell you, there's huge opportunity, especially now that Naira moved from I don't even know if it's from 600 to 1,000 something since Tinubu came in, So if you are outside and you have $1,000, you know what that is in Nigerian currency. So, and if you have like 10,000 of that, you know what that means for you. If you convert that money in our currency back home, you can start paying instrumentally, and you already own your house. Somebody hires it from Airbnb, or there are other ways to market it. So you put people there, you make money like on a daily basis. That's the best way to really make a whole lot of money from real estate. So when you make all this money, you can reinvest it. You can buy your second property. You can also invest in different things. Like, it's also something I am interested in. And that's why I'm like, I don't want to have the knowledge alone. I also want to be sharing it here on my platform. So if you have any question, you drop it, and Mr. Karim, I think he's having, okay, he's back. He's going to be answering your questions on real estate. So today he's also going to be diving deep on the kind of documents that you need, because we don't want to buy property that tomorrow the Lagos government will tell us that they are demolishing it. No story this time. So
no more story.
Reforms have been going on since that demolition that we saw early part of last year and all that. You know, there are some measures being taken now to ensure people don't fall into those traps again. And that's what he's here to tell us. So, Mr. Karim, you are welcome to today's session. So let's just quickly go into this, and you let our viewers know exactly what documents they are supposed to be having while trying to buy a house in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Ifeoma. Thank you. Once again, we're very, very glad. It's a pleasure to be here to continue to offer your audience the value of the right information and the right knowledge they need to equip themselves with when investing back here in Nigeria. So it's a pleasure to be here. And as you have mentioned, yes, Nigeria does have its challenges and its current problem. I know we have about maybe 10-15 minutes, so I'll try to make it as brief as possible. And so we have our problems from the north to the south to the southwest with IPOB, with Edo, with Port Harcourt, and all whatnot. But the good thing is that it's sort of like a stormy period, and the storm will pass. But when the storm passes, what is left would determine who prospers and who does not. So your audience can actually take advantage of this time to begin to position themselves, because as rightly said, when the proper right government and governance comes into play, the people that have assets, real estate, real assets on ground, are those that are going to benefit. So this is the time for them to properly and appropriately be guided and ensure they have investments on ground. And then that's why we are here, by the grace of God, to give them pointers and nuggets to help them along this journey. So today we'll be talking about documents that they must have when buying the property. Now, when they've decided to, I'll do a bit of a recap from the past few editions that we've had. So when your audience have decided to buy a property, we are assuming that they've checked the list of a couple of things that we spoke about in the past, which I'll just quickly run through before touching on what we have to talk about today. So at the stage they have decided to buy the property, we assume that they have checked the following points, which are: number one, they verify that the property has a C of O, or at least a title, a verifiable, authentic title over the land. And we mentioned that number one, the C of O is the certificate of occupancy, which is issued by the appropriate state government, whether Lagos State, Edo State, River State, whatever. So it's called a certificate of occupancy, or a right, an C of O or an R of O, right of occupancy, depending on the jurisdiction and the state. Okay. Now, so it's either it has a C of O, it has a gazette, or it has an excision, which we've mentioned. So they should please go watch the previous editions on your platform to get abreast of all these things. Or they also have what we call a governor's consent, or a state allocation. All right. So we assume that they've checked that title part of it. But please note, so this is applicable to land. Okay. But if it's going to be a house, structure, they must make sure that it has a C of O, an R of O, a gazette, or a governor's consent. Nothing short of that. Nothing short of that. If it's going to be a house, if it's a land, yes, the options of the title is a bit broad, okay, and then that cannot be narrowed to a C of O or a governor's consent when they're building. But if it's a house they are going for directly, which I know most of your people are interested in, short let, Airbnb, and passive income, so it must be a C of O for that one. Then another point is that they would have also checked the credibility of the organization. Now, there are two ways to actually acquire land. Let me tilt towards land a bit. Number one, you could acquire land from indigenous family owners, okay? Or you can acquire from corporate organizations, like a real estate organization like ourselves, City Buildings Real Estate Company. All right. So there are two directions to that. But I would strongly advise that they stick with either buying land from the government directly or through corporate organizations of ourselves, City Buildings. The reason being that a corporate organization is regulated and bound by certain laws. A proper bona fide real estate organization cannot just do things wishy-washy and then just expect that one day they will go into thin air. No, there are laws guiding their operation. But if they go to indigenous family people, which we call in our local palette omonile, okay, that's in the western part, anything can go wrong. Anything can go wrong, and you cannot really hold these people to account. You can't really hold them. But so the safest direction will be to deal with corporate organizations. So number one, if you're dealing with a corporate organization, make sure you visited their office, okay? And then make sure that you've also visited the property itself. Either you visit it or you send a representative to visit it. Another point is that you must have engaged your lawyer or a surveyor. More importantly, maybe a surveyor, okay? More important, because if you engage a lawyer will still engage a surveyor. All right, so and that's a bit like double costing. But if you get a sound surveyor can do the job effectively. But if not, you can engage both, because they both have different service to offer differently on the property, on such a property. So you must have engaged a lawyer or surveyor to do their findings appropriately. Then another point is never, ever, ever take the word of mouth of either for example, the Omonile people or even the company itself, that, oh, the land is okay, you should buy it. No, that's why you need your surveyor or your lawyer. Yes, they will say the land is okay, say I've heard. Then engage the appropriate professional to conduct their due diligence. It is critical. It is critical. Then another point is that you must verify that they are registered very well with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and then they have a SCUM and what we call the SCUML organization, SCUM organization. Very, very, especially when you're dealing with property, they must have a SCUM certificate, okay? And also they must have a Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria certificate. That's the Redden Association certificate. They must have all that. So that's a bit of a quick recap on what we have spoken about previously. So now let me go delvely for about maybe 5-6 minutes into the documents that they must now have after they've now decided to purchase. That we have checked the all the checklists, all good and done. Now, when they now go into the transaction with the people, with the organization, okay, let's use a real estate organization for example. When they transact, number one is that they will be given a receipt of purchase and they'll be given an invoice. Okay, they'll be given a receipt of purchase, they'll be given an invoice to show that a transaction is going on. Okay, now, so this is on the basis that you have visited the land, you have gotten the surveyor to check, the surveyor has confirmed that the land is free from government acquisition, from government committed acquisition. Okay, either it's having a gazette or a CFO or a government consent, maybe it's falling, or even if it can even be a freehold. It can even be a freehold. But with the freehold, what it means is that it is not a committed acquisition, but you still have to ratify a freehold to a proper title. It's not going to end at a freehold. No, a freehold is basically saying that the land is entitled to the indigenous people, to the Omoniles. Okay, but if you are not the one dealing with the Omonile, it is the real estate company dealing with the Omonile on your behalf. So is a responsibility to secure that property for you. And another point I'd like to mention along the way is that when you have purchased a property, make sure that you fence your property yourself. This is important. Make sure that you do even if it's not a 7, 8, 9 coach high, even if it's a dwarf fence, three coach high, 4 coach high. You can engage the company itself to do that for you. It's actually better. Let them get you a costing, let them give you a bill of quantity to do that, but please do a fence around your own property, okay? Another point also of another advantage of dealing with a real estate company is that you can enforce it or ensure that they also do a perimeter fence around the entire property. All right, and then there should be a time frame to this, because when you go for the first time, maybe there might be a fence, there might not be a fence, but you ask them what is your plan to do a perimeter fence, so they should be able to give you that projection. If it's already fenced ahead, that's good. That's a proactive company, okay? But if it's not fenced ahead, ask them, when do you intend to fence? After 6 months of your purchase, or maximum 1 year of your purchase, that entire property must be fenced. It is a must. Because what it does is that it's protecting everybody's interest. You can now go further to now protect your own plot, okay? But if the company is responsible, by the grace of God, they should actually fence the entire property, and you can now go ahead to fence your own individual property. So we mentioned that you must have your receipt of purchase and your invoice. So now there are 2 levels of purchase, okay? One is that you might be paying outrightly. You might pay 100% outright. Now, if you pay 100% outright, you must get your deed of assignment immediately. Maybe in another session we'll be having, I'll be talking about some very important point that should be in this document. Now, if you're paying outright, you must get your deed of assignment immediately. At the point of purchase, you are getting your receipt, you're getting your invoice, you're getting your deed of assignment. But if it's an installment payment, you're paying in bits, okay? So after getting your receipt, your invoice, you will now get what is called a contract of sale. That contract of sale is going to stipulate that, I, Madam Ifeoma, I'm buying this, say, house or land, and I'm paying for the next 6 months, or I'm paying for the next 12 months or 18 months, or whatever terms and conditions the company has between you and them. So that contract of sale is going to stipulate all that. And then when you complete that payment, they give you your deed of assignment. The next document you should also have is what we call a registered survey, or a survey. So now your survey carries the description of your land. The survey carries the description of your land. For example, so in the Western world, you guys operate by postal codes. If you put in a postal code, it takes you directly to that location. So that's like what a survey is. Your survey is the exact location of your property on ground. So that in maybe 10 years time, 20 years time, you want to come and see your property, all you have to do is give it to your surveyor. Your surveyor looks at it and takes you to exactly the 4 corners of your property. All right, so that's what a survey does. Now, another reason or advantage where you must get a surveyor involved is that the surveyor, during the process of charting that property, he will let you know if there are any situations of right of way of government. That's why it's important not to take the word of mouth of anybody, but to also contact the surveyor. So that, because what the surveyor does is that he looks at that location, what the property is, and then he spreads out his radar to say, okay, what is the government plan in this neighborhood? Because that area might be free, okay, but you want to know how far is the government maybe bringing a railway station there? How far is the government going to do a drainage canal? How far is maybe a highway going to come? So it also gives you potential value to government presence in that neighborhood. And by engaging in something, you also know whether a road is passing through that area. I'll give you an example. There's a place called BGC in Lagos, and then there is what we call Lekki Phase 1. Now, because the problem with government is that government will go to sleep. Government will actually go and sleep. All right, but they already always have a master plan. Unfortunately, government always have a master plan, and the day they wake up, that is the master plan they want to follow. They will not care whether people have built along the line of their master plan. But the question is, government, while these things were going on, What were you doing? You were sleeping. So that's actually the problem we have. That is honestly the problem we have. So what now happened was that because for over 30 years, the land was there. But no, government was not doing anything. People now started building. People now started building. Do you know what? Government came and destroyed everything along that line and said, and pointed people back to the master plan. So it's very important that please we get a surveyor involved, because he will not just check that property, he will check what is happening 1 kilometer away. That is what an experienced surveyor will do, and that is what responsible real estate developers are also supposed to do. I'll move on quickly. So so if you're also buying a house, it's important that you get an approved building plan. That you ask the organization, please, where is your approved building plan? Because if they go, so now the good thing now is that because they will be having a lot of issues, over the past couple of months and couple of years. Government is also stepping up their game now. They're also sitting up. So we are actually getting into a better era, and this is a very good time for your audience to begin to key into getting properties back home, because government is actually changing the game and holding real estate developers and other investors to better accountability. My final point will now be this. After you have purchased the property, for example, a house, you must keep, so there are two ways for property acquisition, especially a house. Either you are buying the house outright. So if you are buying outright, just get your deed of assignment, make sure it has the CFO title, get your deed of assignment, get your receipts, and you can move in, okay? Or don't just lock up your property. All right, make sure that you put it into a form of investment. So nowadays we have Airbnb platforms, we have shortlet platforms, so you can put it up immediately. But if you are doing an installment payment, okay, make sure that you do regular visits. All right, so for example, you might be paying for a property for 6 months or 12 months, depending on the terms and condition. You must make sure that you either by video, because you might be anywhere in the world, in UK, America, any country. You don't even have to send a family representative. You can get the company to do you video updates of what is going on your property. So basically, my last point is this: watch over the basket carrying your eggs of investment in Nigeria. And we are City Buildings here. We are here to continue to offer you value. Thank you for having us, madam.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Honestly,
thank you,
you've broken it down in a way that a layman will understand. I personally have a question. In a situation where you were issued a receipt and possibly you misplaced it, what will happen?
Okay, thank you. So that's why it's important. First thing, before you deal with any company, with any real estate development, number one, check out their office. It's important, so that they're not a mushroom office. Okay, they can even be a mushroom office, but as long as they have the proper structure. Okay, now by that, a responsible real estate, because when your land is not, pardon me to say, land is not selling popcorn. It's not selling plantain chips. Okay, so there are some minimum structures that a real estate development company should have. Number one, they should have proper admin setup. They should have a registered office location. Now, when you now visit the office, okay, no matter whether small or big or growing, they should have their CSC document, they should have their SCUM, and they should have their REDAN, no matter how small or big. That shows that there is structured organization. Now, if you now transact with them, and then you get issued all these documents, and for any reason you get it lost, it's not your problem, okay? It's you just put a call through, or you don't even put a call, send an email to the company. My name is Madam Ifeoma. I bought this property, okay? And then unfortunately, I can't find my document. I will kindly appreciate you send me a copy back of my documents by mail. So so if you want hard copy, they might want to do a bit of a charge on that. But if not, tell them to send all your they'll verify you, they'll authenticate that, oh, you are the person, send us some identification. So you do all that on your part. They'll verify that, yes, you are the one that bought. They'll go through their database, all right, and then they'll confirm your ID with what information they have, they will send you all your documents by mail, so that you can now print it out at your end or save it in the cloud, Google Cloud or whatever. So that's a way to. But if they're not able to, just it's very rare that should not be able to. All right, because if they're a responsible company, they will definitely have all that backed up and they will send you your documents. Yes. But if not, let us know. We'll assist you to make sure that you get all what is yours.
Okay, in a situation whereby somebody bought land, but it's from the Omonile,
Okay.
what can a person do now to ensure that that land is problem-free, especially in the future? Because you bought it from Omonile and it's not giving you any stress at the moment. So how will you be sure that even in the future, and what else should the person do to ensure that that land is a genuine land?
Okay, so I will break it down like this. Though it's not recommended, okay, to buy from Moniles, but if one buys from Omonile, no problem about it, okay? No problem about it. Now, number one is that what is the origin title of the land? Is it a gazette, is it an accession, or is it a freehold? If it's a gazette or an accession, that's good. Okay, that's a step better, higher than a freehold. But if it's a freehold, at the point of purchase, so there are two ways one can engage on a money left. Either you're paying in installments, which is not recommended, okay, or you pay outright. So let's assume that the purchaser has paid outright, okay. Same thing, you get a contract of sale, all right, because there's a contract of purchase. So you get your contract of sale and you get your deed of assignment, okay. You get your deed of assignment from the family. When you have your documentation, and the next step you must do is fence your property. Because unfortunately, that's why it's not recommended to deal directly with the Monile people, the family people. Unfortunately, when there's usually, especially this kind of period where there's either festivity period, Christmas, Ramadan, Easter, whatever, they will just be in need of money. They just need money. And then they will look around whose property is not looking protected. And then they will just flip it to somebody else. Yes, that's what they do. So if one buys from them, make sure you fence it. Okay, make sure you fence it, and then you write on the wall boldly, "Not for sale." Put your telephone number that that is not totally connected to you. In case anybody calls it will be a disturbance. But just make sure that it's a number that you can return calls on. Write boldly, write round about the entire property. "Not for sale. Contact this number." "Not for sale." Make sure it's bold. And then don't forget the property. At least once a year, clear out the property. Clear it out, burn the bushes. All right. Then once in a while, it's not even a very expensive venture. Once in a while. So the Omonile, they have hierarchy. There's what we call the Bale. There's what we call Olori Odo. That's sort of like the youth leader. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 maximum amongst them. Send them 5,000 naira airtime. Send them 10,000 naira happy Merry Christmas Ramadan thing. Just little things to water the ground. And then so it puts you in their mind that this person, his land is there, and at all he gives us small things. It's not a very expensive venture. But fence the land, put inscriptions on it, send them credits maybe once in 6 months. It's not an every month thing. Okay, it's not an every month thing. Yes.
Wow, nice to really know all this, honestly, because buying land, especially in Lagos, is something else. One can just end up losing his or her own hard-earned money. But it's good you are really making this very, very clear for people to understand. So I think with all this information, owning a house in Lagos is no longer a tussle. It's something that you
shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
And acquire a house that can be making you money, that can really be making you money, whether you are living in Nigeria or you are living abroad. I think this business pattern is really so cool. And you'll even be earning in foreign currencies if you should list it there on Airbnb. They pay you in dollars. So I think this is really something Nigerians should look into. You know, with the way the Tinubu's government is going, many people who were said to be rich before now, they've fallen into the class of the poor. You know, so if you can really use your money to begin to make your money work for you, I think it also help you to erase some of the effects of all this inflation that is just killing people's capital. So I think one of the best decisions you can take is to start looking into real estate. And like I said, if you are looking for somebody who can really get enough information, or you need somebody to help you, you've already started paying for a property, but you don't even know if you are doing the right thing, I think Mr. Gbenga is here to help you out. You can reach out to him, ask him questions. If you have any property in Nigeria that is giving you issue, he said he's willing to help you out. He himself, he has a corporation. I think that's the right word. He has a corporation when it comes to real estate, so they can help you buy land, sell land to you, sell houses to you. You can get houses from them. They tell you terms of payment. But I tell you, if you are looking for somebody you can really hold on to without fear, he's one of those people I can recommend to you. So reach out to him, tell him your needs. If you are aspiring to become a homeowner in Nigeria, and you can have some time discuss with him, tell him that your own terms, the way you want it to go, and then he will tell you what is possible in Nigeria, so that you'll be able to start investing back home. And at the end of the day, you know, you start making money. Gone are the days when people will just build houses and then they will lock it and come out to, you know, travel out. Now you have a house in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, where we were told that dirty December, people made a lot of money. And even when you travel home, you don't need to go and be lodging in the hotel. You know what that can cost? That can eat into the money you are supposed to use for other things when you travel home. So now you have an apartment or you have a house in Nigeria. When you get home, you can check in there and stay as much as you are. And when you are not there, that house or that apartment will be making money for you. And it will go a long way to like help, you know, to settle some other things that you were supposed to be sending money to Nigeria to do. So I really encourage people to see if this is what you can start doing. He has a wealth of knowledge to share with you. Get in touch with him, contact him. I've posted the link to his website there. You can send him a message there and he will get back to you. And let's see how we can start building wealth amidst all these ups and downs in Nigeria. I tell you, there are still people who are cashing out in Nigeria, even though the economy is really down at this time. And like I've said, you can buy a house today, but when the right government comes, you will start making your wins. But if you are waiting for the best government to come in before you start buying, possibly then it will even be difficult. All the opportunities you have now, you are saving money and you don't know what to do with it. You can go into real estate and start investing them there. Mr. Gbenga is here to always guide you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this session. So every Sunday we are here to take on our normal news topics and also to look into opportunities, especially in the real estate world. So if there's anything that you are still not clear about, you can always contact me or send me a message or drop your comment. We'll get back to you. So, Mr. Gbenga, I want to say a very big thank you for...
Thank you, madam.
I don't know. I hope that if some of us who must have heard you talk, if they reach out to you, you have houses, you have land. I don't know if there are offers you can just share with them that are on ground now, that should somebody just come to you and say, okay, I have this amount of money. Are there, what do you have available at the moment? I don't know if there are offers you can just quickly share with them.
Okay, so thank you for mentioning that. Two quick offers. I'll start with the land. So we have a land that is about 15 minutes to the proposed international airport, because all the drive is going towards Ibejuleki, the refinery, and the airport. So we have a property about 15 minutes close to the international airport. and that's the land. It's situated at Alaro City. If your people Google Alaro City, it's a major investment hub in Lagos. We have a land set, we have commercial plots, and we have residential plots. Our residential plot is selling for about 15 million. The reason why it's an offer is because our neighbors are selling for as high as double that. As high as double that, I can tell you that. So, but we are selling for 15 million for now because we are still growing the property and developing the neighborhood. So for 50 million naira, you can get a proper C-of-O land in Lagos. It doesn't have to be 100 million, doesn't have to be 50 million. With 50 million naira, all inclusive, can get a land in Lagos, and you can pay within 12 months. You can pay within 12 months, and then you get all your documents. Yes, and that's for the land. That's for the land. Now we also have a housing project. It's currently ongoing. This is also an offer because for now, for this April, okay, we're going into April. The property is selling for 75 million. It's selling for 75 million. In 3 months' time, okay, in 3 months' time, that property is going to be 88 million. It's already the plan is already set. All right, because we are currently at the foundation level. I'll be sending you updates later on that. We are currently at the foundation level. In 3 months, we'll be at the decking. By then, it's going to 88 million. It's people already living in the estate. People already living in the estate, and it's 10 minutes drive to the international airport. It's about 25 minutes to Dangote Refinery, 10 minutes to the international airport. So this is the time to cash into that. And you can also pay within 6 months. We have 6 months plan. We have 12 months plan. We have 18 months plan.
This is cool. This is
Thank you,
cool.
ma'am.
This is just massive. And we did not even talk about these offers, but I felt maybe by now, there must be something hot because these pre-launch periods are always the best time to take advantage of, real estate. It's like you got that thing when the general public have not known about.
Yes.
So when you get a property at this stage, you tend to make more money. Guess what? After 1 year, you may even decide to sell whatever you are investing now.
If you want,
You may decide to, if it's land, you sell it and make gain. If it's house, I'm not even saying you should sell, but I'm trying to tell you the benefits of this pre-launch state. It's a time that when you invest in the next 6 months, 1 year, if you are told the price again, you'll be wondering, as in considering the difference. So it's really so nice. I'm so happy to hear that you even have plans, as in people can pay instrumentally. So guys, like I've told you people, when it comes to trust, Mr. Gbenga can be trusted. So you don't need to have that fear. And with all the documentations that will be taking place together with the agreements in terms of the payments, everything is going to, your money will be in a safe hand, and your property will equally be in a safe hand. You are going to make a whole lot if you should just take advantage of all these ones that he has just talked about. So I'm so happy that you have this offer. Like I've always told you that myself, I'm going to be a part of all this because I want to equally cash out. Nigeria is, all these developing countries, they are now the hot cake when it comes to making money because the advantages are still much. There are still opportunities all over the places which have not been maximized. So we really have to take advantage of all this. Though we have bad leaders, but guess what? There are things you can invest. Whether Tinubu is there or not, it will not even affect your business. In due time, you are going to reap whatever you are going to sow now. So, Mr. Gbenga, thank you very, very much. Let's take advantage.
Thank you, madam.
You can buy the land. You said the land goes for how much now?
15 million all inclusive, and you can pay within 12 months. Yes.
Very affordable.
Yes.
Yes. That's like $10,000 can just take care of this,
Yes, about that. Yes.
I think $10,000 will take care of this. You have your C of O, right?
A C of O over it, yes. It's a C of O land, proper C of O land. Yes.
This is good.
The house is also C of O. It's also C of O, but that is now 75 now. In 3 months, the price is 88 million. It's confirmed. It's confirmed because we are currently at the foundation. In 3 months, and then it's called so the house project is called Lling Residence. It's called Lling Residence. The land is called Buckingham City. The land is called Buckingham City. the housing project is called Bolani Residence. It's 75 million now. In 3 months, it's 88 million guaranteed. Nothing less than that. So anybody that keys in now before 3 months, they get that 75. 1 day after 3 months, it's 88 million.
Wow. Yeah. This is huge opportunity. So guys, you have heard
Thank you,
it.
ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gbenga, for your time. Thank you for sharing this
Thank
unique
you.
opportunity with my
Thank you,
audience. So I just hope
Our
we all
pleasure.
are going to take advantage of this. You know, I cannot market to you guys what I know is not going to be profitable to you. And I'm not going to bring the wrong person on my channel just because I want the person to market to you. Or so if you are looking to, you know, owning a property back home and you want to go into all these businesses we've talked about, I think this is really a very good opportunity. Even land, there's what they call land banking. You can buy it and just leave it. This one is saying 15 million. In the next 2-3 years, you go and check that land. You see how much you can sell it for. So, I mean, real estate is just the game for now, you know, it's the game for now. And the land is something that you don't even need stress. Just buy, like he said, even if it's just a dwarf fence, you put it there, you have all the papers. He said this one comes with the C of O. So you don't even need to worry, you don't need to stress. You are told this is your land, you have all the documentation, then you go home and get your own surveyor. Like he said, get a surveyor, get a lawyer, make sure everything is the way it is said to be, and you are good to go. If it's the house, you take advantage of it. So guys, we are going to be ending it at this point. Thank you very much, Mr. Gbenga, for coming on today's show. We'll meet again next week, Sunday. So if you have any question, just keep your questions and let's meet again next week. He'll be answering all. Thank you very much for being a part of this show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to more people. Let's know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you very much, Mr. Gbenga. See you next Sunday. Bye. Yes. So, guys, that was Mr. Gbenga. I know you heard everything he said. Honestly, Nigerians, we can take advantage of, you know, investing back home, especially for the gain. People are making a whole lot of money, you know. Kenyans in abroad are buying homes in Kenya. You know, those of them from Rwanda, they are doing well because Rwanda is like another hot cake. Many Europeans and Americans are traveling to all these African countries, you know, just for tourism, sightseeing. Some of them have projects, some of them are on a mission, one mission or the other, and all that. People are moving around the world. I know that Nigeria has that peculiar problem of because of insecurity, you know, the whites don't really tend to come to Nigeria. But I tell you, the number of Nigerians outside of the country is making real estate to boom. Last year in Lagos, they call it Dirty December. I don't know if you've heard that time before. Dirty December. That for you to even find a shortlet to hire was tug of war. Everywhere was booked. I mean, everywhere people were charging in dollars, people were charging in naira. If you have any house, people were looking for places to sleep. So I know this one is really bad market for hotels, you know, although I heard for hotels too were totally booked. So you can see that the population we have in Nigeria is also an advantage. You know, that December people are coming in, some are coming with their friends and all that for party and everything, and then there's this demand. So if you own a house, even if you don't want to buy now, you already own a house and you locked that house, you are living in abroad, you just locked your house, you are missing out. Please see how you can, if it means to get someone that clean up the house and put it in the right mood where people can come in there, spend nights and pay you on a daily basis. I mean, every night you are being paid. Some people come there, they spend 1 week, some will spend 1 month, but they pay daily. So I tell you, it's a very big income opportunity people can take advantage of. And when you are getting this money, you can decide to just be giving it to a stockbroker to invest for you. And at the end of the day, you'll be able to make money that you can now still buy a second property. So it's all about planning and having a better vision. So it's also my desire that people who are subscribed to my channel get all this knowledge and try to take action, because I think that's where the main emphasis should be on taking action. Don't just hear or listen, but take action. Get into the real estate world. I think there's a lot happening there, especially with all these new trends, happening across the world. You can take advantage of. Mr. Gbenga is somebody that you can trust. Although he's from the Southwest, he also has, his partner is also from the Southeast. So I know both of them, and I think they can take care of your money. They can make sure that they give you what you want. And if there is any question, or you already have a property that is having challenges, you can contact them. They will help you out. He might want to charge you, but that I don't know too well. That will be a discussion between you and him. But if you have any problem in the real estate, well, just get to him and tell him he can help you out. Even if it's not in Lagos, if it's in Nigeria, definitely he's the owner of this company. So he has people working under him, and he has been in the real estate world for years now. So he has wealth of knowledge to share with you and to also help you out in case you have any issue in your real estate or your house that you are building in any part of Nigeria, or even land that you bought. Like you heard him talk about land, and they also have residential homes and also, business related homes. So any of those, if you're interested, you can always get to him and he's going to help you out. So guys, let's call it a day here. Thank you very much for joining me. I wanted to continue with the security related challenges we have in Nigeria, but I think my time is up. Let's see again next week, and thank you so much, and God bless you. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.